Everything is perfect, everything is awesome because today I have somebody absolutely brilliant who's going to be joining me in just a little while. I know he's got hundreds and thousands of fans. You guys love his voice. You've heard him in so many songs, in so many films, in multiple languages, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, everything. And today he's going to be back on the MJ show. And I say back because earlier this season, this lockdown season, which feels like it's been going on for eternity, I had him with his two collaborators, Clinton Cerejo and Bianca, for their band Ananthal. So he come there and he spoke about his project with the two of them, a phenomenal band called Ananthal. But today we're going to be talking about two new songs that he has released right now. So without any further delay, let's welcome incredible, the absolutely phenomenal Vijay Prakash. Yeah. And now let's get this drum roll. Hi Vijay, how are you?
Oh my God. So good to see you, man.
Great to see you too. Absolutely fantastic to see you. And firstly, before we go ahead with any other part of our conversation, I want to tell you once again, like I told Tapas yesterday, your brand new song Jogi Re is so brilliant. I absolutely fell in love with it. When I saw it the first time, it put a smile on my face, and I'm sure it put a smile on everybody's faces who has seen the song so far.
Man, thank you so much for having me on your show. It's as always, it's a pleasure. And while you were talking to Tapas yesterday, I realized that you've covered 163 artists, and that's not a joke. That just shows how much of love and passion you have for art and artists. You know, you have utilized this time to showcase not just yourself but also your fellow artists from the fraternity, and to let the world know what they are up to, what keeps them busy. So it's really an effort that I want to thank you on behalf of all the artists. It's
Thank
very
you very
noble.
much. Thank you so
Uh,
much. So I heard Tapas's side yesterday of how he approached you and how you guys just started jamming across the internet and the song sort of kept growing from that. But for you, from your perspective, how was it? Collaborating with somebody who you've known for almost 15 years now.
yeah.
How was the process of making this song for you?
I know I heard a lovely live that you had featuring Tapas yesterday on your show. It's almost the same story, same feeling. It's sometimes uh, you don't know the reason why you get close to somebody as a friend. You can actually, it's very difficult to pinpoint, okay, this is the quality in him or her that we like, and that's why we became friends. I think friendship goes beyond liking each other. Friendship goes beyond a comfort within each other. It's a great feeling. I think it's a trust that makes two people friends. I think, more than comfort or
Yeah.
more than anything, it's a trust. You believe in that person. You're like, man, this is the guy who I can rely on when I really need. And he's been one such friend. But it's funny that we used to initially we met up in studios doing jingles, but
Yeah.
as he said, after we actually became friends, our families became friends. Uh, Mahati, my wife, Palak, his wife, are really close. And I've been to Ahmedabad. He was there when my dad passed away. So he was the only friend, I mean, I can say that, who was with me, apart from, the other friends, but he flew all the way from Bombay. So that's a kind of karmic connection that cannot be defined in words. But having said that, we never collaborated. But this was also a very unplanned collaboration. I think it was more of a destiny call, I would say, that Jogire had to come out and reach whatever people, whoever has heard it. I think it's
Yeah.
it's it's so beautiful that we were able to reach out to so many people. Of course, um, I cannot express my gratitude to Salim Suleiman. Um, Recently I told Salim, man, I'm saying thanks to you so many times. You must be feeling that ये इतना thanks क्यों बोल रहा है? But होता ये है ना कि आपने ऐसी हंसी मजाक में गाना कर दिया, और उसे
Correct.
आपका fellow musician that you really look up to listens to it, and he says, let's release it on Merchant Records, and be so kind to us as artists, and be so real as a musician to the piece of music that we have created, and be so professional as a label owner. and give us all the freedom and make sure that it reaches out to people. So all these qualities is something that both me and Tapas, we realized that it was amazing collab. I mean, coming out on Merchant Records. Yeah, so much to talk about. Yeah. I once I heard Zakir Bhai, Ustad Zakir Hussain ji say this beautifully. Somebody asked him, about Navarasas and there are so many rasas in music. What is the event? What is the end output? See, he said it beautifully. He said, for the listener, it's irrespective. It's a joy. You know, it's a joy. Whatever you give him, whether you're playing him rock or Sufi or classical, for the
Correct.
listener, everything translates finally as joy. To me, I'm not being, diplomatic here or just trying to be very goody goody. But to me, there's nothing called bad music. Honestly, there's nothing called bad music because there are 10 people on this planet liking that bad music that you categorize it as bad music.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Even if there's one
Correct.
person who enjoys that, then it's an emotion. Come on, just because your style of music is different, you cannot say another piece of music is bad. There is no, yes, there
Correct.
is unfortunately little mediocre attitude towards
Correct.
what you do. अरे
Correct.
कंप्यूटर में हो जाएगा यार, चलना ये डाल के ऑटोट्यून डाल के खत्म करके चलना, इसको बेचते हैं.
Correct.
As long as it is art oriented business, it is fine.
Correct.
The day it becomes business oriented art, then it's danger. It's
That's
danger.
pretty much what I meant when I said bad. Again, like you said, when I also added and I said that, something that you don't
Yeah,
like doesn't necessarily have to be
exactly.
bad music. But I'm
Correct.
saying the exactly what you said. We all know that there is certain music which has been produced purely from the perspective, this is a formula, let's use this
Ah,
formula. Doesn't matter how, if there's emotion or whatever, just make it and put it out. धंधे के लिए,
correct.
काम के लिए.
Correct.
But
Correct.
when you're talking about well-intentioned music, it could be music that you like or don't like, but then it's all good music regardless.
Something about your show, I think, I've seen so many of your episodes. Every artist is so honest on your show that there's no filter. There's no
Yes,
filters.
sir.
Everybody just opens up. And I think I want to give that credit to you because you're just being so true to the person that you're talking to. You're so involved. So thank you, man.
Thank you. Tapas's episode is already on the YouTube channel of the MJ Show. This one will be up by tomorrow. And under this video, also, I'll give you a link once again to Jogi Ray. Please go and see it and share it with absolutely everybody. I've been saying this since the start of the lockdown. It is music, it is singers, it is artists who have kept you happy, entertained, and sane in this insane period that this entire world is going through. The least that you can do for everybody that you love, like I can see how much love you have for your favorite DP sir. Share this song with all your friends. Send it on your WhatsApp group. Send it to your mom and dad as well because they will like it too. And ask them to share it with their WhatsApp groups. Anyway, our parents are more active on WhatsApp than we are for sure.
I
So send it to
know.
your parents and ask them to share it as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. And this Jogire, I think what makes it even more special is the fact that we both have our daughters singing along with us.
Yes.
And of course, Tapas explained the whole process of how it all happened. But at the end of the day, for me, it's like a gift that I gave to myself because I have my daughter in this song, and I'll treasure this all
Beautiful.
my life. And yeah, I mean, every father knows daughters are the most beautiful thing on this planet, and what they make our lives so meaningful.
True.
It's so meaningful. And yes, if I'm talking about daughters, then I start getting emotional.
But listen,
So,
speaking of other songs, I heard that the beautiful ghazal that you told me about today, which you just put out a few days ago with Ajivasan Sounds, tell me a little bit about how that happened. Firstly, tell everybody the name of the ghazal and how it came about.
so this is it's this you won't believe if I say this song I composed 22 years ago. I'm not kidding, man.
Wow.
So, 95, I came to Mumbai and I straight went to Suresh Wadkarji's Ajivasan Institute, where, it's a beautiful place for aspiring musicians, singers. It's only grown with time, and today it's one of the biggest institutions that you can talk about in terms of music research and, training. So, we had our schedule used to be in the morning. We used to sit with Suresh Wadkarji from 9 to 12, 3 hours of riyaz with him, and then have lunch, and then the rest of the day is for you. What do you do? So we used to just sit. Every student would sit there in a corner, take a harmonium, and keep singing, keep composing or something. So this is one ghazal which is written by our guru, Sureshji's guru, and our guru, Acharya Jalal Vasant ji. उनका लिखा हुआ ये ghazal है. और I had composed this 20 years ago, and around 2000, Salim had done a rough programming for this song in his busy schedule. When I requested him, he said, "Yeah, why not?" Yeah, he did one basic programming and he gave it to me, and I used to hear it. Recently, Suresh's sister heard this and she said, "Why don't you complete this and release it?" And considering that Salim Suleiman are so busy, I requested Gulraj Singh, who is also busy, but he was so kind. He said, "I'll do it for you, Vijay Prakash." So he did it, and then I released it on Ajivasan Sounds, which is my school's label, and people are giving their love and blessings to the song. So this is I think एक time है, जैसे आपने कहा, एक दौर है जहाँ पर हम सब की जिम्मेदारी भी है, because while we sing for films, while at the end of the day, let's also be honest, the reach for film songs is huge. It's huge.
Absolutely.
And उसके बहुत सारा because of the reach, it also enables us to get so many shows, do so many performances. So I really respect singing for films. I mean, I whatever films that I have sung for have been very, very, very powerful in terms of taking my career graph upward. So I will never stop doing film songs as long as I'm called, as long as people want me to sing. But at the same time, as musicians, it's also our responsibility to entertain the artist in you who is not meant for films, but who can actually do something that is you as an artist. That is your journey. Your every song that I compose probably has a reflection of my struggle, my joy, my family, my experiences. So उसको भी बाहर लाना बहुत जरूरी है. भले एक लोग सुने, 100 लोग सुने, 1000 लोग सुने, तो because he wants to come out, so you make a path for him too, and balance it beautifully, so that you are complete as an artist. You reach out to all kinds of audience, and जैसे आपने बहुत खूबसूरती से कहा, there's nothing called good or bad music. Music is music. Music is emotion, and it has to have soul. And as long as you do it honestly, there are people listening to it.
Lovely.
Now,
that's awesome.
I'll end this session with Jai Ho, man. And thank you once again, Mihir, and to all the lovely people who joined us.
Thank you so much.
Jai Ho! Jai Ho! MJ Show! Jai Ho!
Yeah! That was absolutely spectacular. I want to thank everybody who's watching us right now. Remember that this episode will go up on the YouTube channel of The MJ Show. Go subscribe to that so that you get a notification the moment it goes up. And if you missed the part of it, you can watch it. You can watch Vijay Prakash. You can watch a lot of other chats that I've had so far. And go and subscribe to Merchant Records because they've got more great music coming out very, very soon. Support independent music, support film music, support music and your musicians, all the musicians that you love in general. Share everybody's music. But for today, if you could have been absolutely anywhere, you all decided to come and watch us chat. For that, both of us are extremely grateful. But this is all the time we have for today. That is the incredible Vijay Prakash. My name is Mihir Joshi. This was the MJ Show. And I'll see you soon. Take care, Vijay. I'll see you soon, my friend.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. Bye.